year and a half ago, in July, when Cindy came through, we woke up to water rushing down the left side of the house, water rushing down the right side of the house, and I said, Vicki, it's time to get out of here. And of course, about 6-8 weeks later, he got wiped out by Hurricane Katrina and basically took out the whole side of the house. This is at 2720 Bienville Boulevard. I'm Dave Conley. My wife and I, Vicki, own this house, and we're instructed by the town of Dauphin Island to have it removed. So we are volunteering to have it burned down by the local volunteer fire and rescue department. This nice, beautiful Sunday, the 18th of March, 2007.
My name is Brad Cox, COX, Fire Chief, Dauphin Island Fire and Rescue. We're a volunteer fire department. By people giving these houses to us and letting us burn, it's actually a service to us. We have a fire simulator back at the station, which we have a very controlled burning situation, but these throw a little bit of an uncontrolled factor into it, what we're really going to see. We were sitting there at the training fire, and actually with a flare, and it would not light. So that's how safe diesel is. Even though this house has got significant structural damage where we can't go inside and fight the fires, we're getting to look at several other things. This house still has its hurricane shutters on it, which is an occasional thing we might run into where we have a house fire that has shutters, talking about us being able to escape out of a fire. All right, you're in this house and all of a sudden it collapses right there. Problem is, just like a burglar fire, we got a hurricane shutter. Okay, they have a little regular door hinge, and these are the kind that pop out. Of course, it's smoky. You've never been to this house before. We don't know what this house is like.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
My master of disaster breaking person in chief, James, is going to try to pop that thing out. Now the weak point is going to be, go ahead, James. All right. Pop that bugger out. You start calling for help. Do anybody else want to pop one? We got another one there. We got, I think, one or two downstairs. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, dude.
Yeah, of course, man.
Some of us are experienced mobile firefighters. The rest of them are good-hearted, kind people that we've been training over the years, and they're needing. This is more of a mentoring session where they're able to step in a leadership role in case one of the more experienced folks isn't there.
Well, I mean, it's just giving back of your time. I mean, it's not something you're getting paid for. It's just, you're helping people out when they need it. You feel like you can actually help somebody out and you're not getting paid for it. It's not a job. It's just something you do because it's fun. And that's something that we all enjoy doing. I mean, helping people out. It's a good feeling.
Oh, that was already halfway open. You have to break the glass, too.
You don't have any.
Yeah, look,
you really want to?
Don't break the glass. We don't even have any other possible damage on y'all.
It's not open, so
Right.
I'll do another one then.
Look, that wax is up higher.
All it takes is one.
This is an unbelievable tool for us to use. Anytime we get a chance to practice communications, our fireground communications, commanding a leadership role, in case one of the more experienced folks isn't there. When we're inside, I can't hear, I can't see, I can only feel what's going on in there. They have to tell me what's going on and if I need to back out, because the wind changes, my exit could be blocked. If it's blocked, we got real problems.
Bull starts here.
If you were ever, and I mean, this is a scenario we don't talk about a whole lot because it just doesn't happen. But if you ever get caught in a place, sometimes you gotta play ladder 49 and go through a wall. I did all this with my foot to show how much space you could clear out. Now, how many of y'all are gonna fit through there with your SCBA? Not even you, Trey.
Nice
I'll bet you $20 you couldn't fit through your SCBA. What are you gonna have to do to get through that? Take your SCBA out and set it down and go through. Go up to the second floor and look to the left and see what I did up there. Take a right and do the same thing on the other bit.
All right.
Well, one of the objectives today is to show how on the west end, or any place that's unprotected, we're always going to have to deal with crosswinds coming across where we're doing the fire. And when people leave the house, of course, when the house is on fire, usually leave the doors open. And usually that makes it by the time we get there that the fire is absolutely completely through the house. When you see us fighting the fire, you're going to see the water quickly being dispersed by the wind. So there's different tactics we got to use for that. Got the 2.5 over here to protect our exposure where we think our wind's going to go. I don't think we have any problem at all. A lot of what we're going to do today is also having y'all out there with the hose, spraying it, seeing how much that wind is a pain in the butt. Spraying it on the fire usually doesn't do a whole lot of a great job. What we're actually trying to do is create more of a water curtain between it and the house. So we always have to look downwind towards anything else that could possibly light on fire. It's going to cause the fire to spread very quickly.
I've seen that the house down here on the west end.
Yeah,
Those two with the 80-mile-an-hour wind made glass.
It did.
Yeah.
It made glass in the
Out
sand.
of the sand. And you know the thing is you know y'all have seen it at every training fire we've been on. Plan A ends about the time we light it up. All right. So we got a couple Plan Bs and a couple Plan Cs. We got it coming out 5-3.
Right there. You see it? Here. Let's see, hold on, there he is. Yeah, Brad, it's coming good out the attic right now.
Good. If you look down, see how it's shrooming on the ceiling a little bit? Smoke alarm's still going.
Oh yeah, it's cooking now.
And it goes up to like 2,000.
Right now it's only 300 degrees. It's just starting to cook. That's the ventilation, and that's it coming out.
And it's pushing it. It's coming out of a small area. It's getting caught in the wind.
Alright, thanks. Push it up.
It's going to come down here on the right.
2,000 degrees in there, so. There it is, boom! Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. You know, I mean, just going in and being able to light a house on fire and do it on purpose, you know, it's a lot of fun. Sit back and make sure it doesn't do any other damage. But like I said, it's not all just fun. There's a lot of work, having to make sure it doesn't hit other houses and things like that. I mean, people don't realize how much pressure these hoses have on them, and I mean, it takes two people to hold one. It's a lot of work, wears you out, but it's a lot of fun. This is the first one we did that I've done. It's up on the stilts and everything. You got to watch out for a lot of stuff. When we went in and were lighting it, when we came out, you know, I got sent under to put some diesel and stuff so we could accelerate the piles that were underneath it. And, you know, while I was under, you got stuff falling around you and things like that. I mean, the floor's falling out and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, you're always watching out, make sure you have the right gear on. I mean, you're always learning stuff, seeing what's going on, the different. Like we were up in there learning about, you know, the hurricane shutters and things like that. You know, if you're stuck in them, how you got to get out. You know, all sorts of different stuff that you learn in each different burner.